Down.
Spong unfazed, comes forward again, gloves up around his temple now as Carnage moves in with a knee to the upper left rib cage. Spong ties him up, Palatocha separates both men. Double jab from the Carnage, just trying to probe through the guard of Tyrone Spong. Spong will want to go to the ribs, maybe dig to the liver, and then fire the right hand over the top.
I'll tell you
Final
what,
10 seconds of the round, Hammer.
Spong, surprisingly, hasn't unleashed the way I thought he would.
High knee from Spong. I didn't think Tyrone would unleash Hammer. As I said, I thought it was going to be Corbett to knock him out inside the first two, or Tyrone to outpoint him.
I thought he had an opportunity there, especially after Corbett was rattled. But Spong perhaps may well pay the ultimate price. He did let Nathan off there.
Hammer, mad respect though for Nathan Corbett. There are not many people that 100%. Get up from a clean shot from Tyrone Spong.
You know what? That was all smart though. That was all experience. He didn't get up. He didn't stand and wobble all over. He stayed down on one knee like a true pro. Took the count right to the limit. And then fought a very clever fight after that. And a big heart from the Aussie Nathan Corbett.
1 minute and 45 remaining in the round is where the knockdown come. There was almost a knockdown off the knee from Tyrone Spong. But at 1 minute 45 remaining, it was the knockdown there. The counter right hand.
And it was a delayed response. You've seen the glancing, the overhand right. Caught him on the side of the head. He stumbled, he staggered. He stayed upright and then he met the canvas. But certainly it was a bit of a delayed response from Nathan Corbett, the Carnage. Rallied back like the true champion he is, however.
Hammer, as I said, it's been so many years in the making so far. Is it everything you expected or a whole lot more or a whole lot less?
Well, this is the ultimate test for the Carnage. This is, he's sat on the top of the tree for so long. And he's, in my eyes, he's still there. He's still got so much class and so much training intensity. But Tyrone Spong has had a lot of experience in Europe. Of course, Holland, the hardest Muay Thai country in the world outside Thailand, and the hardest in the heavier weights.
Exactly.
There is, in the heavier weights, you want to be a good Muay Thai fighter in the heavyweight, you have to be in Holland.
As we said, 100 career fights here tonight for Tyrone Spong. The man is a demigod across Europe, folks. In Holland, he is absolutely revered, as Carnage is in Australia.
And the Oceania region, the whole Oceania region.
Exactly. We are ready. A 10-8 round in the second for Tyrone Spong. Has him ahead 2018 on our scorecards here. The king of the ring, Spong, the carnival of Carnage, Nathan Corbett, Michael Chavello, Mark Castanelli has a nice front kick off the lead leg from Tyrone Spong. His timing, his anticipation is just succulent. Good left hand from Carnage. Spong on the front foot again.
Interesting to see that Carnage actually switched into southpaw. So he's gone from orthodox to southpaw and switching. So he's throwing in the switch hitting now, Carnage, in an attempt to confound the attacks of Spong.
Spong still on the front foot. It's usually the way we're used to in Australia, seeing Nathan Corbett being the aggressor. Let's now look at this as well. Nathan Corbett has been...
Oh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! Spong is down. It's over. It is over. He's not going to get up from this. Surely he's not going to get up. Palatocha counts him. Spong is rocked on rubber legs. Can he go on? Can he go on?
Have a look at this.
Can he go on?
Have a look at this.
It's over. It's over.
It's all over.
Oh, what's Carnage doing? What is Carnage doing after Palatocha waved it off?
Bit of confusion there. Bit of confusion.
Oh, that's just terrible sportsmanship. I'm sorry. Now Carnage looks like he wants to go Lucian Carbine. What is Carnage thinking? Seriously bad sportsmanship.
Well, it wasn't actually Lucian Carbine. It was Spong's manager who issued the challenge, and Carnage was certainly up for it.
He squared up to Lucian Carbine.
No, Carbine got in between him and the manager.
And now Ernesto Hoost is in centering, coming down Lucian Carbine.
Well, emotions right on the surface for this one.
No.
And still,
in the thick of it.
Still Corbett is shouting out. A lot of controversy here in centering. Let's look at it this way, folks. No doubt about it. Carnage knocked out Tyrone Spong. But the events that followed that will be debated for a long, long time.
I'll tell you what, let's get back to the fight action, because that's what it's all about. The other stuff's just rubbish, in my opinion. So what I'm seeing here is Carnage coming back from a solid knockdown, and he put a fair dinkum solid knockdown right on Spong.
Let's have a look. That was just beautiful stuff from the Carnage.
There it is. And it was, I think it was all due to the switching. Carnage switched from orthodox to southpaw, and it totally caught Spong unaware. As I called it in the round, he switched stance, and Spong was a little bit bemused by how to handle that. And while he was still guessing, Carnage took full advantage of it. That's clever. That's smart.
Have a look now. Let's have a look. Paolo Tolcha talking to Spong, saying you're not okay to go on. Spong saying I am. He waves it off clearly in front of Carnage. No. And just
that's Michael. That
Hammer,
was, you have a look at where Paolo was. The way he waved his hands were too low, and it could have looked like from Carnage's side that he was saying let's go and putting his hands together for them to fight again.
To me, that definitely looked like Paolo Tolcha waving his hands, saying it's all over.
Well, we'll agree to disagree. And
I want to have a look at it again. I want to see.
Look, just have a look on camera now. Paolo's hands were not high enough when he waved it on. He didn't wave it off up high. He waved it off down low, and that was where the confusion is. So if anything is to be said here, it was that the fight was not waved off correctly. And now let me finish. And he wasn't facing Carnage at the time. He positioned himself wrong as the centre referee, and that's where the confusion started.
Even more so, though. Even more so. If he was saying recommence the fight, you've got to wait till the referee turns to you and recommences the fight.
Michael, I'm a fighter. I've been a fighter. You've not been a fighter. Let me tell you, my trainer always said to me, unless they stop you, you keep going. As a fighter, you're in there. This is not $100. This is not $200. This is a goddamn world title you're fighting for here. You know what? Give me a chance at a world title. I'll take anyone's head off. You got to really be in control in centre ring.
And I'm not denying the fact we've just seen a glorious knockout and another Australian World Championship here for Nathan the Carnival of Carnage Corbett. It was absolutely brilliant. It is history in the making. The follow-up, though, will be debated. We are both seeing it completely different. But I still say, Paolo Tolcha waved his hands, and even if Carnage didn't see it, Carnage should have waited for the referee to recommence the fight, not just jump on top of Tyrone.
Michael, you can take the high ground, but I don't agree. I think it was a bit of confusion, and that's all it is. Everyone's very emotional at the moment, but thinking it through. Okay, Carnage didn't do the right thing, but in his mind, Paolo had his back too much position to him. He should have had Corbett in his eyesight. He didn't. He was facing Spong, and in Paolo's defence, he was probably facing Spong in an attempt maybe to catch him if he fell down again, because in his mind he was probably thinking Spong was not all there. So he was probably torn a little bit, but his back was facing Corbett. Corbett did take advantage of it, rush a bit forward. Perhaps he shouldn't have, but that's just the way it goes. It's a fight game. These guys are in there fighting, you know what I mean? They're not in there playing, chess or tiddlywinks.
There is security here ringside as well, circling the ring, because Raymond, the manager of Tyrone Spong, is just arguing vehemently here with the officials.
Raymond's carrying on. In a minute, I'm going to go down there and have a word with Raymond myself. That's ridiculous. You can hype it up, calm it down, just say it's a mistake, sort it out later if you want to have a rematch. But, these guys ringside, they're all heroes. Get in, put the shorts on, have a fight. Don't try and amp up stuff from the outside of the ring. That's absolute garbage. He's welcome to come down to my gym and put the gloves on any time. I'll lock the door, and then he can have a fair income fight. Don't come here in front of all these people. At the end of the day, he's instigating. He's still instigating. Don't instigate.
Hammer, you telling me, though, if the shoe was on the other foot, that Richard Walsh wouldn't be going irate?
Sure, but
of course.
Exactly. But let's keep things in perspective. This is fighting. It was a most high-profile fight of the night. Everyone's right on the edge of their seat, as I am.
Of course,
as we are.
As you can feel the emotion running through us here tonight.
I'm like, he's been knocked down in the first round. There's been instances where fighters have been kicked through the ropes. In the earlier fight, we saw a fighter get hit when he was halfway through the ropes. That's not sportsman-like behaviour either. And as a fighter, you're in there, and the centre referee has to be in control.
Hammer, in your opinion, was that sportsman-like behaviour from Nathan Corbett?
He was amped, and perhaps he shouldn't have done it.
Was it sportsman-like behaviour from Nathan Corbett?
I think it was a misunderstanding. I think it was a misunderstandanding.
Fair enough.
And then I think everyone on the outside of the ring, in particular Spong's manager, has got in and want to have a crack. Now, he was already saying stuff at the weigh-in yesterday, and he's a little bit charged up, a little bit hyped up. He wants to look after his boy, and that's commendable. But
Raymond's doing his job at the end of the day. And
100%,
you can take it both
100%.
ways, but Raymond manages some of the greatest fighters in the world. He's doing his job. Richard Walsh would do the exact same thing if the shoe was on the other foot, so to speak.
100%.
Let's take nothing away again from the fact that, folks,
100%.
Nathan Corbett has knocked out Tyrone Spong. Nathan Corbett is the world champion after all the talk. Cedric the Entertainer now. Let's go across to
What
him.
a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Gave him a 10 count.
Let's give both of these fighters a round of applause. Let's give both of these fighters some love. Show them some love. How you feel, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? We've been to the scorecards, and ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is a very serious situation. Due to the injury of the fighter, this fight has been called a no contest.
Oh, the hammer. No contest.
Do we want to see a rematch next year?
That's garbage.
Do we want to see them go at it again?
Let me know. That's
We want a
garbage.
clear-cut winner. Let's give both of these fighters a big round of applause. Show some love.
You know what? If the WMC rules,
Show some love.
if he was wrong, strip him of the title.
That's
Fine him.
wrong.
But not
What
saying
an
that.
awesome
He's
night
knocked him out,
of
hammer.
entertainment and fighting.
Paul Atocha waved it off. Over. Good
you
night,
so much.
Irene. Lights out your guy.
Nathan Corbett's a world
come on.
champion. Nathan Corbett's a world
Exactly,
champion.
exactly.
You know, and the rest of it can go to hell.
Exactly.
That's absolute ridiculous.
Well, I really want to hear what both fighters are going to say here.
Watch me go.
This is just incredible scenes, folks. As Cedric the Entertainer just informed us, it is a no contest after Corbett clearly knocked out Tyrone Spong, taking nothing away. The ridiculous, ridiculous antics that followed afterwards were so controversial, but fact is he knocked him out. Let's have a look again. This, folks, is a knockout. There it is.
There it is.
You're
He
out.
was down. The
You're
count
out.
was put
now
in.
Watch. Paul Atocha counts him. Tyrone's going to stand up. His legs are going to do the chicken dance. Paul Atocha's going to talk to him. Tyrone's saying, I want to go on, as every fighter does, but Tyrone's not able to go on.
Rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
We're going to go now in centre ring. It's all happening. Let's go. Paul Lazenby's in centre ring with Nathan Corbett. First of all, over to you, Paul.
Nathan Corbett, if I could just get your attention for a second. Obviously, a very controversial ending to what was a spectacular come-from-behind performance. Why don't you take us through how the very end of that fight played out and give us your angle on it?
Look, you know, the bottom line is it was such a close fight. Tyrone got me down in the second round with a good knee. I was a little bit rattled, got up, fought on, changed my game plan, went to southpaw, felt comfortable there. Caught him with a nice shot. When he went down for 10, I thought he got up, he was okay. The referee turned like that, and I believe that it was to fight, so I jumped on him. I definitely do not fight dirty, and I didn't jump on him believing that it wasn't legit. It's okay.
Tyrone, unfortunate way for a fight like this to end. Would you be willing to step into the ring with Nathan again and give us a repeat of what was a spectacular performance from both of you guys?
Yes, for sure, awesome fighter, good fighter. I broke my hand in the first round, so that's too bad for me. So I couldn't do everything I wanted to do, But he's a great fighter, and let's do it over,
I got to say one thing. We could see the sparks flying. There was obviously raw feelings coming into this fight, which is what makes a great fight. This kind of sportsmanship both of you gentlemen are showing right now is what makes Muay Thai the greatest sport. And I cannot wait personally, and I know these people cannot wait to see you guys lock up again. Gentlemen, thank you for a great fight. Let's please do it again very soon. Back to you, Michael.
Well, how about that? Thank you, Paul. Great interview there. And good to see the sportsmanship at the end of the day. Hammer, both been giving each other a hug in centre ring.
You know what? Let's do